What if I told you that the secret to freedom in retirement isn't about how much you've saved, but how you spend what you have? Just like a smart business pivots to serve its customers better, you can pivot your retirement to serve you better. Welcome back. I'm Arlene with Rebel Retirement, where we talk about all things retirement and how you can determine what you value through a just-in-time retirement mindset. Today, I want to empower you to a different way of thinking about retirement so you can retire with more. But it's not about hitting a magic number. It's not about the money. It's called just-in-time retirement. And if you utilize these methods, you can find that you can have more resources in your retirement than you thought you had. We all want more freedom, more time, more adventure, more meaningful experiences, even more stuff. So this isn't about downsizing. It's about the things that enrich our lives. So how do you get more when we don't have $1 million? How do we get more if we don't have a pension to retire with? How do we get more when inflation eats away every dollar, and every year that goes by, inflation eats into that money that you saved? David and I retired early without a huge nest egg, without a pension, and every time we buy something, particularly when we go to the grocery store, maybe that's something that I just really look at, but every time we go to the grocery store, it's obvious that our dollar isn't worth what it was just a few years ago. But then again, a few years ago, our dollar wasn't worth what it was a long time ago. So the value of the dollar has been going down for many, many years. So how do we do it, and how can you do it? How can you get more? Through developing a continuous improvement mindset and eliminating MUDA. Okay, so stick with me. Right now, I want to interject and say, if you could take a look at my video on early retirement tips, just-in-time retirement, it explains and defines what a rebel retiree is and how David and I became rebel retirees. It tells our story. Okay, back to explaining MUDA. If you've been in a manufacturing occupation or environment, you may know the term MUDA through the context of lean manufacturing. If not, it's a term for waste, futility, or uselessness. So MUDA is an activity or process or habit that uses your resources but doesn't give you value in return. Waste can take on many forms, and it could be anything. So waste isn't about downsizing or decluttering. It's about drilling down and understanding what you really want so you can have more of that, more of what you want, and less of what is consuming your resources. Okay, to illustrate, I want to give you an example of a conversation that David and I were having the other day. We were talking about what we want more of. And I said I wanted a Sprinter van so we could travel around the country and visit our kids and grandkids. We have 5 kids and 19 grandchildren. 5 grandchildren we've never met. I digress. That's not a topic for rebel retirement. Anyway, most of us live hundreds of miles apart, some of us thousands of miles apart. And so when we were doing this exercise, David made me realize that what I really wanted to do was to visit the kids and grandkids. I didn't really need a Sprinter van to do that. A Sprinter van isn't necessary for me to accomplish the goal of visiting the kids and grandkids. It comes with a big price tag, maintenance, fuel, and so on. So once again, this exercise helps determine what the real goal is. Was it the Sprinter van, or was it seeing the kids and grandkids? So in my exercise, it was seeing the kids and grandkids. Although, to be frank with you, I think a Sprinter van would be really nice. When you're doing this exercise in your life, try to be honest about how waste may be preventing you from achieving your goals. What activity, process, maybe it's habitual thinking. What is consuming your resources? And how can you eliminate that so you can get what you really want more of? I've had people come to me and say that they have looked at Rebel Retirement and this has empowered them to be able to move to their dream home. So maybe for you, it's retiring to a different location, to a dream home. Perhaps it's traveling somewhere that you want to do. Or maybe it's just sitting on the porch and reading a good book. So what you want more of doesn't have to be a big ticket item. It really doesn't matter. The idea is to determine what you want more of, and then through the process of eliminating waste, determining what those goals are and what you really, really want. Just like in the exercise of the Sprinter van, what I really want is to see my kids and grandkids more frequently. So that wraps it up for today. Please subscribe for more inspiring content and browse our videos for additional insights on this topic. Feel free to share this video with someone who isn't interested in typical retirement advice like working longer and saving more. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and trust your retirement journey. Please leave your questions and comments below. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm Marlene with Rebel Retirement. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.